Make business simple. My 4 word rules for success, 9 in a series. We've spent the last few weeks discussing my 4 word rules for business success. My goal remains simple. I want to give you easy to implement tools, tactics, and techniques to improve your business. Each rule is only 4 words long because often that's all it takes to make a huge difference when you build your brand and your business. If you missed any of the rules, you can find them all on my website's blog page. But first, a story. My college roommate and his girlfriend were celebrating their first anniversary, and he wanted to take her somewhere special for the big day. When he asked her where she wanted to go for dinner, she didn't hesitate for a second. Benihana, she said with a big smile. There was only one problem. My college roommate had never been to Benihana, had never eaten Japanese food, and didn't know how to eat with chopsticks. He was scared he'd do something stupid. So he asked me if I would go find a date and go with them. I pointed out that a double date wouldn't be that romantic, but he disagreed. We'll call it an anniversary party, he said, and while we're there, you can show me how the place works. When the day arrived, the 4 of us met at the restaurant. We were ushered to the hibachi table and sat with the 2 other couples already there. And besides us, there were another 8 strangers on the other side of the big table. My roommate looked at me with raised eyebrows. Don't worry, I whispered. They always put you with others. It's fun, and it's a party, remember? A moment later, the waitress showed up and offered us a steaming, rolled up washcloth on a bamboo tray. My roommate looked at me panic stricken. I whispered again, take one and wash your hands. Do not use it to wash your face. He smiled with relief and did as he was told. After that, things progressed nicely. My roommate chose a drink and found other things on the menu to order all by himself. It wasn't until the waitress handed out the bowls of miso soup that he looked at me with panic in his eyes. What's with the funny spoon, he said under his breath. Why is it shaped like this? I couldn't resist. It's because the soup is always so hot. To make sure you don't burn yourself, scoop the soup up in the spoon and then put the other end in your mouth. Just tilt it up and let the soup run down the channel to cool it off. Wow, I love that. He said, let me try it. He scooped up some of the soup, turned the spoon around, and let it run down the handle into his mouth. He was so intrigued and excited that he did it repeatedly, never noticing that everyone at our table and in our corner of the restaurant was watching him. Finally, my roommate looked up in mid-slurp. He froze when he noticed the whole room was staring at him. He put down his spoon. No matter what you're doing or selling, there's always another way to delight people. Have you ever noticed the arrow in the FedEx logo? If you have, you can't look at the logo without seeing it. But if you haven't, you'll be stunned that the arrow has been there all along. How about the 31, the number 31, representing their flavor selection in Baskin-Robbins logo? Can you recall how wonderful it smells when you walk into a Four Seasons hotel anywhere in the world? Have you ever gotten off a long flight at Las Vegas's McCarran Airport and seen the directional sign for the bathrooms? They're posters of the bald blue guys from the Blue Man Group pointing the way, except in this poster, the bald blue guys are yellow. Like the spoon's other function, some of the most delightful surprises are hidden in plain sight. Tesla adds delightful surprises to their car's computer screens, including my favorite, a diagram for turning the car into a submarine, just like James Bond's Lotus Esprit in The Spy Who Loved Me. Apple sets the pace of the flashing on light on their laptops to mirror a human heartbeat. To make your sales and your business a success, my 4-word rule for success 9 is there's always another solution.